Hello! Hey, sorry I haven't done a video for a few days. After my religion one, I was stumped to what to talk about because I thought that was pretty full on, so I thought I couldn't think of any topics, and I thought you don't want to just see my little day-to-day life every single day. So I gave you all a break from me for a couple of days. Now, today in the mail, I received the most gorgeous, gorgeous present from Elle, which for the other 100-day challenges is babylucyivf, or otherwise known as the Caravan Manifesta. So today she sent me this book, Desiderata, and you know what's so awesome about this? I did a video on this a while ago, but because I love these words. For those of you who've seen it, stop right now because I'm going to talk about it again. But for those of you who are new, this poem written by Max Ehrmann in the early part of the century, or actually not even that long ago, in the 50s, he wrote this incredible poem which my mother stuck on the toilet door, and I love it. And it is exactly how I feel about life. So when I talk about religion, I could just about say that this is exactly what I believe. So I'm going to read it to you again in a minute, but Elle sent me this gorgeous book because she found it all the way over there in the UK and thought of me, which, how nice is that? And anyway, in the back, there's a whole section about him, about his life and how he was a lawyer, and then he decided to give that up to become a poet and a philosopher. And then I like this quote. He said, "If in an hour of noble elation I could write a bit of glorified prose that would soften the stern ways of life and bring to our fevered days some courage, dignity and poise, I should be well content." Well, I think he can be well content because this has gone around the world. He originally wrote it just for himself, and then he sent it out in Christmas cards to a few people, and then it got sent to all the soldiers at war by one of his friends. And then all of a sudden it just got turned into this magical thing, and then in the 60s it became like the flower power sort of thing, and a lot of people thought it was so old, but it was actually not that old, and no one really knew who had written it. So I'm just going to quickly read it. I won't take as long as I did last time, but I really would like you to hear the words. And Elle, do you know what I'm going to do with this book? I'm going to take it with me everywhere. On holidays, I am going to wake up every morning and read this, because every time I read it, it gives me a buzz, and it gives me that feeling that I was talking about in my my religion video, where I talk about that incredible knowing that there's something else. When I read this, I just know there's more to life and the universe than exactly what we know for sure. So here we go, just quickly, and if you don't want to hear it again, just stop right now. And anyway, so I want to read it to you. "Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible, without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others. Even the dull and ignorant, they too have their story." So, you know, how many times have you been at a dinner party or something and you're sitting next to someone and you think, oh, but you know what I do? I really try and listen to them, because there is a story for everybody. Maybe I'm just going to keep interjecting through here. Okay, "Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexations to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain and bitter. For always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself." Now that is true, we all do know that. "Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. So live now and not always in the future. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery." See how well I know it? I don't even have to look at it that much. "But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself, especially do not feign affection," which I really believe. You don't sort of pretend to like someone and then go and talk about them behind their back. If you like someone, you like them. And then never speak about the ones that you're not mad about anyway, because it's not worth it. "Neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth," and doing out without Botox and things if you can, which I can't imagine doing myself, but not against that either. "Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune, but do not distress yourself with imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here, and whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. I love that bit because that is so what I believe. I'm getting all goosey just saying that. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be, which is my point exactly. And whatever your labours and aspirations in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all its sham and drudgery and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful and strive to be happy. And I think they are words to live by. And I am going to read this every single day because I used to read it every day when it was on the toilet door, which is why I know it so well. And I'm wondering if that's why I love it, why that's how I am, because I used to read that every day. Maybe it's just made my thoughts that way and I have become that way because of that. So Elle, I love this, and I loved learning the history of it. And there's actually another one that he did, which is called The Prayer. And it's awesome. I won't put you through another reading, but I hadn't looked at his other work, so I looked that up on the internet, and it was fantastic. I think this is one of the nicest presents I have ever received. He's coming everywhere with me when I'm 100, because I am going to live to be 100. I don't know if you know that, but I am going to be 100 one day. And I'll come on YouTube and say, see, I made it to be 100. I'm going to read this. So when I'm 100, this book will be all like dog-eared and everything. And then they can read that to me, or they can read it at my funeral when I'm like 100, and everyone will go, yes, that is exactly what she thought, because it is exactly what I thought. And how cool that that man wanted to write something worth writing, and he wrote this. Elle, thank you for a beautiful, beautiful present. And you know what? I also had another present from Sally, who sent me 2 beautiful handmade cards. Well, one for me and one for Zoe. And inside her little card, she's very clever, there were all these beautiful little bookmarks. So I've had a beautiful YouTube-y week, even though you haven't heard from me that much. I have been cleaning my room. Look, look. Are you impressed? Look. Ta-da! No mess on the floor. I'm in a bit of shock myself. So I'm getting there. My gorgeous girlfriend Garby has been helping me. I can't claim to be doing that all by myself. Anyway, have a great weekend, everybody. And you know what? I would really like to hear what you think about those words of desiderata. Because that's not, you know, a religious thing or whatever. It's just about life and about just being good to yourself and how to do it. So, anyway, I'd love to read some comments about that. And you can always download desiderata. I'll put a little thing under there so you know how to spell it. And print it out and put it on the back of your toilet door and get your kids to read it. Or buy this gorgeous book. I don't know if you'd find it again. But I love it. Thank you, Elle. Thanks. That's awesome. Bye, everyone.